Hello, everyone. My name is Dustin Riddle, and this is my Art and the Industry podcast for Art History at Full Sail University. My interview was done with Nathan Clauson, who is a recording arts bachelor's of science student here at Full Sail, who plans on being an audio engineer, music producer, as well as being a full-time musician. The first question for Nate was, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in society today, particularly in your profession? Nathan's reply was as such. Visual arts hold a close bond with music. Separately, they are free to be interpreted in any way by the viewer or listener. When brought together, they create a more direct message or aesthetic for the viewer. As a recording artist, it is more important to understand the bond between these two genres of art. Just putting music behind a still picture can change the tone completely. An example of how music and visual arts affect us is music videos and movies. A movie would not be able to connect with its audience if certain sounds, music, or visual elements were missing. To sum up my answer, the purpose of visual arts in the recording industry and society is to add new ways of spreading an idea, message, or information. The second question for Mr. Clauson was, new communications and media technologies make imagery almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is a positive or negative influence on your field, industry? Provide an example. He said, I believe this is a great influence on my industry. The entertainment industry as a whole is a fast-paced environment. When you find something that can make things faster, that means you save money. Others may argue that this has made it easier for piracy to occur. Having that media instantly available not only makes it easier to work and find images, it also helps spark new ideas. This technology has more pros than cons. I don't know why it would ever be negative. The third question for Mr. Clauson was, what popular images do you see that are frequently repeated throughout your industry? He said, well, besides pictures displaying recording consoles or gear, not too many images are frequently repeated in the recording arts industry. Although you do get to know logos very well, such as Avid, Pro Tools, Apple, Logic, Windows, Ableton, and many others. When asked, who is one of your favorite visual artists and or what is your favorite style of visual art, Nathan said, besides the famous and classical artists, I don't know too many visual artists. My favorite types of visual art are movies, 3D projection, and cartoons. My favorite cartoon comics when I was young were Calvin and Hobbes and the Far Side Gallery. They always made me laugh, especially Far Side Gallery, because the author could get a message of pure hilarity across simply with one or two frames. 3D projection is also a very interesting style of art. It is light that can be manipulated to look like almost anything. Paired with music, this new and upcoming visual art will be something to see. Movies I have always loved. I have too many favorite directors to name. Movies will always amaze me. It is just unbelievable to me how a movie can unfold an idea and make it something much more than it would have ever meant to you before seeing it. Lastly, the last question I asked to Nate was, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process? He said, having knowledge of artworks is very important, no matter the genre. It has influenced me by being able to expound on previous ideas or messages. Knowing pieces of work equips you with the information about what has already been done. Also, it helps you to know what type of art and style you prefer. Although knowing many pieces of work may also heed your creative process. This is because you may subconsciously start drawing, writing, or composing something that you once saw or heard. My name is Dustin Riddle, and I'd like to thank you guys for checking out my Art and the Industry podcast, and hope you all have a nice day.